So I wanted to make a quick video on why I think you should not call yourself a queen and you should call yourself more so of an heir. And the reason why I say that is because when you think about the word queen, when a queen is a man title, right? Secondly, when you think of a queen usually has rulership over her village or whatever she's the queen of, she has kind of rulership over that. That usually is people, right? So a queen has rulership over people, your own people at that. Um, if we're thinking about the literal term queen, right? Because that's where the energy derives from. So you have a queen who has rulership, so it leads into superiority. Um, and you don't want to be in that position. And it's a man title. So first, you don't want that. Queens, you're not everyone can say that they're born a queen and have rulership over everything, right? These things are appointed, or they've been told to us, or we've been um, raised to believe that these titles are appointed to us, not so much us just being born as a queen, right? Uh, so that's point number one. And then the reason why I believe you should strive to be an heir is because, and this is for men and women. So heir is one, genderless. Two, it's your given right. Like, so we are, when I say heir, I mean we are the heirs, we are the beneficiaries to this whole material realm. Like, we're all beneficiaries to this material realm. Just because there's people who believe they have authority over the things that come out of this earth, like the oils and the land, does not mean that that was godly appointed or that was the title that they were born with. That's just what they acquired through their rulership. But that doesn't take us out of the equation. That does not make us less of the beneficiaries to this thing too. Not one God, not one concept of God, because to get that out of the equation, if we don't want to look at because there's people that don't believe necessarily in the same thing. So to keep it as unbiased as possible, we all are born, again, rightful heirs. We're all breathing the same air. We're all walking on the same type of lands. We're all here on an equal basis. So no one has to tell us that we're not beneficiaries of anything because we can breathe. The minute that we take a breath, this is the atmosphere is our gift. This is our gift. We're able to breathe in and out. No one can say don't breathe this little piece of air. It's not. They can't. They try. They take our right away all the time. We get our right taken away all the time, but that does not mean we are not born with the right. It does not mean we are not born with the right. We are. We are all beneficiaries of this realm. We are all the rightful heirs. That's why you should consider yourself that, and you should create as much as you can in this material realm. Use your mind, use the things of this material realm to build. That is our birthright. We are here to build whatever we want from these materials, from these resources. Is ours, is our throne. We are born here. This whole world is our throne. And so it makes me really sad when we have people who take control over all the resources that we should all have control over, not just a group of people or just one person or just a government. It should be all equally divided amongst all the beneficiaries, all the inheritance of this. Um, this world was not given to just a group of people. It's insanity to even conceptualize that. Who said it? Who said because you created order, let's say a government, who said no one can have oil in this land because it's yours automatically if they discovered it? Yeah, it's it's kind of sad that we don't see how much we're worth, and we rather call ourselves queens and kings and things and titles that um, are generally used to rule, because that's what they do. Um, so now we're infected with that mentality that we're ruling over something or someone, when we can just be creating along everyone, and everyone is a beneficiary, and no one has to feel superior to anyone. And if you understand that, um, it's not about rulership, it's about building together in the best way we can, then you'll realize the power that it is that's in being an heir. You'll realize the power that's in um, using what you were given, using your inheritance. So if you're not materializing with the physical aspect, then you should be building your morality. You should be building your value system. Because if we were to be without the resources, let's say we're not beneficiaries of the resources, or if someone with a lot of resources, if we were to take away those resources, what are your values and what is your worth? So we're constantly building. We're given the ability to, again, we are the inheritance of the ability to build um, moral systems. We have the ability to build structures. We have the ability to build morality. Our mind, we have the ability to build a mind in the physical realm, and no one can take that away from you. And there's nothing, um, no one or anything should dictate uh, that for you. So it's when I say, um, I know we say queen and king as a term of endearment, and cool. Whatever we got to say to build ourselves up, that's fine. Um, but just know you're not superior. You're not above anyone when you call yourself that. Um, I guess if you say it in that aspect, who cares? It's just a word, right? But once you feel it, once you know, once you see um, the world around you, and you realize that this is not for anyone in specific. A tree where we make money from was not given to someone specifically. I think for me, I start feeling cheated. I don't know. I start feeling like something isn't right. If if something like a tree grew naturally without anyone saying grow, without anyone planting that seed, it was there. Let's say, and someone started making money off of it. They developed the ability. That's why it's important for you to create. Someone had to develop the ability to carve a tree down, make paper, and then give it an importance, such as money, out of their ability to chop a tree and make money. That was an ability that they acquired through use through experimenting with the material realms, and that's how they started gaining rulership, I guess, over humans. Because now everything is worth a tree. Everything is worth the damn tree. It was worth a metal at one point, and it's probably still worth. It's still backed by metal, some of it, but you realize how these resources were not specifically given to someone or some group. It was there. They just took ownership over it. So it's important for all of us to develop abilities, so we can all develop our own tree, our own um, product out of a tree. Yeah, you should be creating. Don't let other people just create with the resources for you. That's why we're in the position that we're in. That some of us get dangled the resource. Another point I wanted to make is that the reason why I believe we're all heirs and we should all want to be an heir is because we're already born with the crown. Like, scientists named the highest point of the skull the crown. So it's in you, not on you, not a crown that you get put on, not a title you get put on. It's something you are born with. They've been telling us all of our lives these things through these words, like a crown, and then they name what they put on top of a ruler a crown. Or whether you guys want to think is semantics or whatever, it's a coincidence, whatever you want to say, it is what it is. Though you are born with it in you, like you have a crown within, like you are born with it. Not only that, a beneficiary, a heir, usually has to wait till their year of maturity to receive their inheritance. And in a sense, when a baby is born, you have to let them go several months of being in this realm, before you can, let them walk on their own. It's like their powers, their inheritance of life of this realm is kind of very sensitive. At first, the crown has not fully developed, so we have to be more careful with their head, because it's sensitive. They need time to develop that. But anyways, my whole point is that it's something that you're born with. We're all born with it. It's clearly noted in biology, or not biology, biology anatomy, that the crown is at the top of your head, that we are born with the crown. It's in you. You don't have to wait till someone puts it on you. You don't have to use that title. You don't have to use none of it, because it's already within you. Like, it's already in you. You don't have to wait till someone values you. You don't have to wait till someone determines your worth. You're already worth it all. You're worth it literally all. Like, all. That's what I'm like. Think bigger. Like, you're worth it all. You're worth. I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. Like, literally, take my words literally. You are worth it all. And that's why you were giving such a large inheritance. Because you're worth it all. That's why you're worth the grass, the ground, the trees, the air, all of it. That's your inheritance. That is your birthright. And that is what you're worth. So don't let people shortchange you. Don't let people give you less than what you're worth. Even if you have to build your worth internally, externally, we're creating with both the mental, the physical, the emotional. Even if you have to build these things, because that's what a heir in my definition is. This is the tools we're given. Now you go and do something with these tools. You're given an inheritance. You're given you're a beneficiary to a throne. What you do with it, that is on you. You're the beneficiary. So it's not like we're just gonna sit on it. Everybody's creating. The people that run this world, they built their throne with the materials that were given to all of us. So I really hope that, I don't know if whoever my video reaches, but just know that you are the rightful heir to it all as well. But you had, that's the kicker. That's the literal kicker. Like, you have all the tools, you have the inheritance. What are you going to do with it? You have the ability to think. You have the ability to build. You have the ability to feel. What are you going to do with it? What do you want to do with your inheritance? Just because, and this is where I play like the devil's advocate, just because someone did something with their inheritance, the people in rulership, doesn't mean that you shouldn't try to strive for doing the same. Not in that grandiose matter, unless that's your mission, but that shouldn't stop you from wanting to do the same. It shouldn't stop you from wanting to build just as much as other people did with their inheritance. It's like, let's say you and your brother or your sister or your sibling, you and your sibling receive a large sum of money from, let's say, unfortunately, your parents or whatever, from their, if they are unfortunately gone. It's really up to you what you do with your inheritance, right? Because your brother, don't they tell us we're brothers and sisters? This is funny. Because your sibling, literally, we're talking literally now, but not always literally, we're talking metaphysically too. Don't they say in many religious texts, in many ways, in different doctrines, that we're brothers and sisters? So that means we're all beneficiaries of the same thing. So if your brother decides to do something with his, and that is literally on him, what they do with it. And you can't be mad at them. You can't be mad at them or him or she when their inheritance, when they've built enough energy in their inheritance to take over, because you didn't see your worth, because you didn't see you couldn't conceptualize that you may have an ability or something of value to build, to learn, to give back, to, I don't know, whatever it is, whatever you got to do, whatever you got to build, whatever you got to work on, whether it is a mental concept, whether it's a physical concept, it is yours for the taking. It is yours. Every bit of it. It's yours. Take it. Whatever it is, build. And again, you have to build it. You have the tools. You have the tools. Can nobody tell you you're not allowed to build a healthier mind? Can nobody tell you you can learn how to build, you can learn how to mess with wood, you can learn how to do things, I don't know, whatever it is, you, depending on your mission and depending on what you're working on, you may have suffer some limitations, but you have to understand those limitations were given by maybe another human based on the resources that they're in rulership over. But the real limitation is you. So, I don't know. I'm done.